Welcome to the Town Board of the Town of Ossining Annual Reorganization Meeting and Regular Meeting for January 8th, 2019. Please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, justice for all.
Councilmember Shaw?
Present.
Councilmember Dottori?
Present.
Councilmember Wiltshire?
Present.
Councilmember Feldman?
Present.
Supervisor Lefferberg?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are going to start off with some announcements before we get into our reorganizational meeting. Happy New Year, everyone. I was so pleased to join our local elected officials on January 1st at the community center for the swearing in of our newly elected councilwoman, Jackie Shaw. Jackie, congratulations again.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure serving with you on the board for the last year, and I am hopeful that we will continue to work as a great team this year as well, and that you will continue to work so for the remainder of your term through 2021. The town will be well served by your representation.
Thank you so much.
I also had the opportunity to swear in Village of Ossining Mayor Victoria Garrity and to join re-elected Village of Ossining trustee 11 and once again elected trustee Manuel Quesada, as well as our re-elected New York State Assemblywoman Sandy Galiff, on the stage at the community center. We look forward to continued strong partnerships with the village and the state moving into 2019, and also with our state senator, Senator David Carlucci, who was not in attendance that day, but we are also looking forward to a great working relationship with him as well. I also want to congratulate newly sworn in Ossining Fire Chief Manny DeCruz, First Assistant Chief Scott Gallery, and Second Assistant Chief Stanley Scarduzio, who stepped up later on New Year's Day to take on this large responsibility. And an extra big thank you to outgoing Fire Chief Angelo Minicchio for his dedication to the town and the village, and to our safety and well-being. Today is Angelo Minicchio Day in the town of Ossining. So if you haven't done so already, please take the time to congratulate Chief Minicchio for his hard work. Moving into 2019, Rick Pizzulo from the Examiner reached out to a variety of local officials to ask for our New Year's resolutions, and here is what I shared. I have a long to-do list, but it all focuses on making sure we continue to develop as healthy a community as we can, which includes focusing on our public spaces and making sure they are safe and inviting, looking at ways to be more efficient so we can work to reduce expenses and make dealing with government easier, and finding ways to make the town of Ossining keep up with the changing demands on suburbs, which includes walkability, bikeability, and sustainability in all of its definitions. Between the grant we recently were awarded by New York State to update our comprehensive plan with sustainability elements, to the work we are doing with Project Forward, to the improvements for bike accessibility we are working on North State Road, and with our neighbors, I think we as a board are laser focused on offering the most value we can to our constituents living in the town general, as well as the unincorporated portions of town. Next Thursday, we invite the public to attend 2 sessions to offer further insight into some of the survey results from Project Forward, our initiative to look at ways to offer savings and streamline services in the town. We will be at the Ossining Public Library from 1 to 2:30 p.m. and 7:30 to 9 p.m. on January 12 to 1:30, and 7:30 to 9 on January 17th. And we'll also have GoTV there to videotape, and hope to hear from more of you about what you think of some of the ideas that have been proposed for savings. These include reducing some of our non-policy setting elected offices to allow for departments to be more easily maximized. Please take a look at the Project Forward webpage, which can be accessed from the Town of Ossining homepage or at projectforwardtoo.com before you come, and you can get a little bit more background, or watch our work session when we reviewed the survey results, which was on November 7th and can be found on our YouTube channel. Okay, next up, please remember the second half of school taxes is due by January 31st for both Ossining and Briarcliff school districts. From our receiver of taxes, here's all the info you need to know to make sure you get those payments in on time. You can pay in 4 ways: online, which is an easy and economical way. It costs $1.50 for an e-check to have instant proof that the payment was received subject to collection, i.e. your bank deducting it out of your account. In our office, the Receiver of Taxes office is at 16 Croton Avenue in Ossining on the 3rd floor, which are open daily from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. to receive your payment weekdays. Additionally, on Wednesday, January 30th and Thursday, January 31st, the offices will be open until 6 p.m. By mail. Please recognize that if you choose to mail your payment, the receiver can only accept a payment as timely if it has a postmark made by the United States Postal Service dated on or before the 31st of January 2019. Finally, there is now a dedicated mail slot in the Ossining Post Office lobby, which is open 24/7, so you can also just put it in there to make sure that it doesn't get lost between the mailbox and White Plains and our offices. If you use bill pay from your bank, please be aware that the date you process your bill pay request is not a valid USPS postmark, so you have to recognize your risk of timely payment. Give the payment plenty of time to arrive in the receiver's office. If you have any questions, your tax office is available to quickly respond either by calling them at 914-762-8790 or by emailing at taxreceiver@townofaustining.com. Also coming up, we have the Green Ossining Repair Cafe this Saturday, January 12th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And that's going to be in the community center in the lower level entrance in the rec room. And they can help with fabric repair, wood repair, electrical appliances, tech support for computer and mobile devices, ceramics repair, bikes, including tires repair, costume jewelry. There's a kids table where they can learn circuitry and how stuff works, and they can even help repair toys. They do not repair gas-powered items, however. And that's also thanks to Green Ossining, which is who sponsors that. The Ossining documentary and discussion series is set for Thursday, January 17th at 6:30 p.m., and they will be screening Heal, which is a scientific and spiritual journey to discover that thoughts, beliefs, and emotions have huge impact on our health and our ability to heal. The latest science reveals that we are not victims of unchangeable genes, nor should we buy into a scary prognosis. Fact is, we have more control over our health and life than we have been taught to believe. Heal will empower you with a new understanding of the miraculous nature of the human body and extraordinary healer within us. And speakers include Lori Gershgorn, our local owner of Good Choice Kitchen, and food education or nutritional consultant, Alan Levin, a psychotherapist and founder of Sacred River Healing, and Leah Schwartz, who is an acupuncturist and runs Lifted Heart Healing Arts. And that's 6:30 p.m. on January 17th at the Ossining Public Library in the Boudars Theater. And also Live at the Steamer with Jan Close takes place on Friday, January 18th at 8 p.m., and that's at the Steamer Firehouse Gallery. You can find tickets at OssiningArtsCouncil.org. Tickets are $20 online or $25 at the door, or $15 for Ossining Arts Council members. And that's at 117 Main Street, second floor in Ossining. Finally, a heads up about our work session next week. We will be in the art room at the Community Center at 95 Broadway at 7:30 p.m. on Tuesday, January 15th. And one of the items on our agenda will be a presentation on the proposed River Knoll project, which is still before the Town Planning Board, and we hope to see you then. That is it for my announcements. Do any of my board colleagues have any additional announcements?
Happy New Year. I have one also. Happy New Year. And also, the Scholarship Co-op Fund is having their annual Martin Luther King Day event on January 16th at 3 o'clock in the Ossining High School auditorium.
Right, Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay. That reminder? Nothing. We can now move on to public comment on agenda items. Anybody in the public like to comment on our agenda items only? Hearing none, we can now move into item 4 on our agenda, which is our appointments. And I would like to start out first and foremost thanking Councilman Wiltshire for his service in the role of Deputy Supervisor this past year. He has served by my side most admirably. For 2019, Councilwoman DeTore has graciously agreed to take the reins, and I know she will do a fine job. Karen and I have worked together for years on many projects, and we also both started on the board together 3 years ago, and I know she will do the town proud in my occasional absence, such as Councilman Wiltshire did this past year. Okay.
Do you want me to read the liaison appointments?
Do I need to ask for a motion? Do I do a motion or anything like that? No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it? Okay, so, and then, we just go through the liaison? Should I mention what those all are or not? I am, okay. So as far as the additional appointments, I'm a de facto on all of the committees for the various boards that everybody else serves as liaison. I can show up at any time to any of those meetings. And I am a de facto liaison. Also, I serve on the board of Historic Hudson River Towns. I serve on the intermunicipal leadership team with the school district and the village and other stakeholders in the community. Westchester Municipal Officials Association, I'm also on the board. Also, Austin Communities That Care, I serve as liaison. The Energize Energy Improvement Corporation, I also serve on that board. Westchester Municipal Planning Federation, and I'm co-liaison to the Teatown Lake Reservation. I also serve on their advisory board. So those are my appointments of myself and others to a variety of boards. I do want to state that I believe that through my work on the boards or advisory boards for the various different organizations that I just mentioned, I think that we actually gain a tremendous amount of exposure for the town, as well as get ideas from our colleagues in the region on what is working and what isn't, and I hope to continue to bring benefits to the town through these associations. Next up, Karen DeTore, Councilwoman DeTore, Deputy Supervisor, as already mentioned. I assume you're accepting. Liaison to Westchester County, IFCA, Intermunicipal Committee, the IMA Committee, which is when we work on a variety of our intermunicipal agreements with our many partners. New York State, co-liaison to the Austin Historical Society, co-liaison to the Briarcliff Chamber of Commerce, and co-liaison to the Austin Chamber. Councilwoman Elizabeth Feldman, Green Austin Committee, Austin Volunteer Ambulance Corps, Austin and Briarcliff Manor Fire Departments, Austin Historical Society, Village of Austin, Austin Boat and Canoe Club, liaison to the Village of Austin Water Department, to the Austin Arts Project Summer Concert Series Subcommittee, and co-liaison to the Austin Chamber of Commerce. Councilwoman Jackie Shaw, Recreation Advisory Board, Business Development Committee, Austin and Briarcliff School Districts, liaison to the Highway Department, Village of Briarcliff Manor, co-liaison to the Austin and Briarcliff Manor Fire Departments, and Councilman Northern Wiltshire to the Austin Historical Cemetery Conservancy, Austin and Briarcliff Manor Chambers of Commerce, liaison to Teatown Lake Reservation, and that's co-liaison with me, co-liaison to the Village of Austin Water Department, to the Recreation Advisory Board, and co-liaison to the Austin Boat and Canoe Club. And you have all served very graciously in those liaison roles before, and I hope that you shall continue to do the same this year. With that, we can move on to appointments to the Justice Court, our town constables.
Okay. Resolved that the town board hereby reappoints the following to the position of town constable at an hourly rate of $50 to serve at the pleasure of the board during calendar year 2019. Carlos Castro, Austin, New York; Franklin Jackson Jr., Austin, New York; and John Simpkins, Austin, New York.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
So for the first time this evening, we are appointing John Simpkins, who has worked for the town as a court attendant for many years, to this role. We look forward to working with him, Franklin, and Carlos in the coming year. Questions or discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay. Next, we have the official newspaper. Resolved that the town board hereby designates the Gazette as the official newspaper and the Journal News as the alternate newspaper of the town of Austin for 2019.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
And just to be clear, for the public. We need to make sure that these are subscription newspapers, which is why these are the two that we select. The Gazette is more affordable for the town, but the Journal News is used as a backup in the case that we have to notice something in more timely fashion, since obviously Journal News is daily and the Gazette is weekly. Discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Okay. Town Council monthly meeting schedule. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Austining hereby adopts the following monthly meeting schedule for 2019. Regular Town Board meetings, second and fourth Tuesday at 7:30 PM at the Birdsall Fagan Police Court Facility, 8688 Spring Street. Work sessions, first and third Tuesday, 7:30 PM at 16 Croton Avenue Boardroom. Town Hall meetings are scheduled for Tuesday, 7:30 PM on January 29th, March 5th, April 16th, September 3rd, October 15th, and December 3rd at the Austining Public Library. There will be no work sessions held on Tuesday, February 19th, 2019. The legislative session observed for Tuesday, October 8th will be moved to Monday, October 7th in observance of Yom Kippur. The work session scheduled for Tuesday, November 5th will be moved to Wednesday, November 6th due to Election Day. The legislative session scheduled for Tuesday, December 24th will be moved to the morning of December 23rd in observance of Hanukkah and Christmas Eve.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Are there any questions about our meeting schedule? Are there any statements about our meeting schedule that you would like to add? Okay. Zahach? Is your one opportunity? No, I'm just joking. Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Okay. Setting town office hours. Resolved that the office hours of the town offices for 2019 will be Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay. Town historian. Resolved that the town board hereby reappoints Scott Craven, town historian, for 2019.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
So we are thrilled to reappoint Scott Craven to his second year as town historian. He's promised us a presentation in the next few weeks to come let us know all he's been working on. And if you know Scott, you know he's been out and about, and he will have plenty to share. Anybody else want to make any comments?
We're fortunate to have him.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay. Resolution retaining attorneys to represent the town. Resolved that the supervisor is authorized to execute an agreement retaining Silverberg Zelantis LLP to provide general legal services to the town of Austining for 2019.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
Enthusiastically, this will be the town's fourth year utilizing the firm Silverberg Zelantis as our general counsel. We are especially excited to work with counsel Tom Madonna for another year. In 2018, she was rated a super lawyer rising star by the New York Metro section of the New York Times, and we would absolutely second that notion.
Absolutely.
It's my pleasure to work with you guys, despite that statement that you just made.
And then, unfortunately, could you just turn and face the camera for 1 second? Thank you. She blushes a little bit. Okay, anyway, we're very excited. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you.
Okay. Resolution retaining special counsel to represent the town. Resolved, the town supervisor is authorized to execute an agreement retaining Benjamin Levitt of Levitt Legal to provide prosecutorial services and tax certiorari assistance to the town of Austining for 2019.
Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
This is also the town's fourth year utilizing the services of Levitt Legal. Ben Levitt serves as the town's prosecutor and also assists us on tax certiorari matters. I know that we have been incredibly pleased with Ben's work thus far, and our assessor, Fernando Gonzalez, with whom he works closely, enthusiastically endorses this renewal as well. Any other comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, 2019 mileage allowance. Resolved that wherever it shall be appropriate to compensate town officials and/or town employees for mileage, they shall be reimbursed at a rate of 58 cents per mile to be paid upon claim voucher after audit and approval in accordance with IRS standards.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay. Membership in the Association of Towns. Resolved that pursuant to Article 8 of the Town Law, the Town of Austining shall pay the annual membership dues for membership in the Association of Towns of the State of New York for 2019 in the amount of $1,500.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
So we do, in addition to getting a wonderful conference out of the Association of Towns, they also do a lot of advocacy for us at the state level, and it's a way for us to bond and work together with all the other towns. on issues of import. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And later on, we're going to ask you all if you're annual conference.
Okay. Authorization for attendance at Association of Towns Annual Meeting. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Austining hereby authorizes the following town personnel to attend the annual meeting of the Association of Towns to be held in New York City, February 18th through the 20th, 2019, subject to approval of their department heads, town supervisor and members of the town board, town assessor, building inspector, town clerk and deputy town clerk, receiver of taxes and deputy receiver of taxes, superintendent of highways, town justices, town court clerks, budget officer, assessment personnel, chairman and members of the zoning board, chairman and members of the planning board, and chairman and members of the environmental advisory board, and be it further resolved that attendance is voluntary and no employees shall be eligible for overtime as a result of attending the meeting.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
Okay, and I just want to say again how lucky we are that they've held the conference in New York City for the last few years, because it greatly reduces our expenses and it increases the ability of all of us who would like to go and take this opportunity to learn more about what they're doing around the state than if we had to go outside of our metropolitan area.
Do they normally place it tickets somewhere else?
They have in the.
They've done it in Albany, but like a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, I know that there was a time when they would sort of move these around, but I think that they found that this was the most successful. Yeah, I mean, Rochester, Syracuse, oftentimes they,
Okay.
I think, I know with school boards also, I remember they moved it, city and that, up to the, like, increased their attendance by a lot, so, anyway.
Good.
Sure. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Okay. Delegate to the Association of Towns. Resolved that the town board hereby designates Dana Levenberg, supervisor, as delegate to the Association of Towns annual meeting for 2019.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
So this is an opportunity for us to vote on a variety of resolutions, which then get advocated for by the Association of Towns on behalf of all the towns that are members, to the state generally, or federal government. And we all get, each town gets one vote, so I would act as delegate, and the next resolution is going to have an alternate delegate, which will go appointing Maddie Zahach to. So for this resolution J, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay. Alternate delegate to the Association of Towns. Resolved that the town board hereby designates Madeline Zahach, budget officer, as alternate delegate to the Association of Towns annual meeting for 2019.
Do we have a motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay. Animal Control SPCA of Westchester. Resolved that the supervisor be and hereby is authorized and directed to execute an agreement with SPCA of Westchester for the period January 1st, 2019 through December 31st, 2019, providing for humane procedures for homeless and stray dogs and cats seized by dog control officers, animal control officers, police, and other agents of the municipality.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
So for many years, the SPCA on North State Road has served in this role, and they have assured us that despite being in front of the town planning board, because they're planning to make some significant upgrades to their campus, they will be able to continue to serve us for the entirety of 2019. Comments, discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Opposed? Oh,
Sorry. No, I was
Okay.
going to move on, but.
sorry, I forgot to ask for anybody opposed. Okay, nobody is? Thank you.
Okay. Renewal Delta Dental Insurance Program. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Austining hereby acknowledges that the town's dental insurance program with Delta Dental of New York will continue for the period January 1st, 2019 through December 31st, 2019 for group number 1576-001 at a rate of $68.84 per month per employee with no dependents and $163.75 per month per employee with family coverage, and be it further resolved that group number 1576-0002 shall be at a rate of $74.32 per month per employee with no dependents and $174.04 per month per employee with family coverage.
Do you have a motion?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay. 2019 refuse recycle collection. Whereas the town of Austining entered into an agreement with Santa Pro Disposal Services Corp. For the removal of refuse, garbage, and commingled recyclables at residential properties within the unincorporated area of the town of Austining in November 2017 for years 2018 through 2022. Therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Austining hereby exercises its option to renew with Santa Pro Disposal of 566 North State Road, Briarcliff Manor, New York, for fiscal year 2019 at a cost not to exceed $510,000.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
So we are glad to be renewing our agreement with Suburban Carting, a business that has served us well for many years and is located right on North State Road in the town. When we went out to bid in 2017 for a new agreement, Suburban was able to work with us to reduce the annual increase for the first year and smooth it over the next few years while keeping us within our means and not exceeding the tax cap, and continuing to provide excellent service to the residents of the unincorporated area. Speaking with other supervisors around Westchester, I can assure you that we are still getting an incredible deal. I'm going to also take this opportunity to remind everybody that we did ask, as part of our request for proposals for a price to do curbside food scrap collection, which was prohibitively expensive. We also applied for a grant recently, which we just found out that we were not able to, we did not get awarded, but there is another round of food scrap recycling grants, and one of the reasons that they didn't award it is because they believe that the carbon offset to take the food scraps up to Ulster County, which is the only plant right now that does food scrap recycling on a large scale, would offset the benefits of taking it to the burn facility located in Westchester County. So until we can get a food scrap recycling center that's that's locally that's located closer to home, we're not sure that it actually makes sense to do so, but we do know that they are working on such a facility. I'm not sure if the county is involved or not, but we do believe that there's one that might be within 10 miles, and that would make a big difference, and probably we would be able to then get a grant. And we're hoping that we can, if so, we could be able to offer that to everyone in town general. So more on that. But meanwhile, sorry, because we're in the middle of this resolution, for Suburban Carting for refuse and recycle collection. Are there any other questions or further discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Okay.
If I could just interject for 1 second as you move forward with your resolutions. Some of the upcoming resolutions actually incorporate lists and schedules and policies that are incredibly lengthy, and they're all set forth in the agenda that's available to the public. It's also available on the town's website and will be available in the meeting minutes and in the clerk's office. So if the town board were agreeable to it, I thought maybe we could skip reading some of those and just authorize the approvals of it as set forth in the agenda.
What? Yeah. You said no? Councilman Wiltshire, why did you say no? He said, Okay. Sounds good. Fantastic. We're looking forward to moving forward a little bit more quickly. So, we're still on O,
Yes, we're on page 4.
on page 4. So if you would like to read the resolution?
Sure. Approval of compensation plan for 2019. Resolved that the town board hereby approves the following compensation plan for the year 2019 as set forth below.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
So many of the increases in this schedule are directly tied to our CSEA and our Teamsters collective bargaining agreements. And as in years past, part-time and unrepresented positions follow the increases in those contracts as well. I would like to point out that we are going into 2019 with 4 vacant part-time positions, 3 in the town court and 1 in the senior nutrition program. We are looking forward to getting these jobs posted and filled in the coming weeks. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Thank you.
Somewhere on page 6 with Resolution P, surety bonds, whereas certain officers and/or employees of the town of Austining designated by law are required by law to file an undertaking which shall remain in full force and effect until the expiration of their term of office, the termination of their employment, or the further resolution of this town board. And whereas the town board of the town of Austining, by prior resolution, has determined it is more beneficial and economical to provide the undertakings by a blanketed bond, it is therefore resolved that all officers and/or employees of the town of Austining will be bonded by a blanket bond in the amount of $500,000, except that the following positions will carry an additional surety bond in the amount of $100,000, receiver of taxes.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay. Consulting engineer, resolve that the town supervisor is authorized to continue the intermunicipal agreement with the Village of Austining to provide engineering services to the town for the calendar year 2019 for a fee totaling $99,245.89, which represents $8,270.49 per month.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
So we're pleased to continue our IMA for engineering services with the Village of Austining. We have a great deal of work ahead in 2019, including the continuation of design work for the McCarthy Drive project and some design work for our parks. Special thanks to Paul Frioli, Andy Teese, and Dale Brennan for contributing such a great deal to the town team through this IMA. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Okay. Planning consultants, the comptroller is authorized to pay F.P. Clark in accordance with the new fee schedule contained in the letter from F.P. Clark dated January 2nd, 2019, for services otherwise authorized by the town.
Do I have a motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, bond counsel, resolve that the firm of Oric, Harrington, and Sutcliffe LLP, 666 Fifth Avenue, New York, New York, is hereby retained as bond counsel in accordance with the fees set forth in sections 11 and 12 of the proposal received from Oric dated December 10th, 2018.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, 2019 schedule of fees. Resolve that the town board of the town of Austining hereby approves the following schedule of fees for calendar year 2019 as set forth below.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
So we have very few changes to our fee schedule for 2019. During our budget discussions with department heads, we increased the suggested donation for our senior nutrition meals and also for road opening permits through the town highway department. Thank you to all of our department heads who kept us apprised of what our neighboring municipalities were up to and where they felt we could make things fairer for all of our taxpayers. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Okay, we're now on page 13 with Resolution T. Dale Cemetery Fee Schedule 2019, resolve that the Town Board of the Town of Austining hereby approves the following schedule of fees for Dale Cemetery for calendar year 2019 as set forth below.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
We have very few changes to, I'm sorry, that was the fee schedule, our general fee schedule. Our Dale Cemetery fee schedule, we also increased some of our fees with advice from our Superintendent of Cemeteries, Pete Connolly, specifically those in the grave prices, specialty grave prices, Section 12, interments, inscription fees, and in various weekend charges. Even with these changes, we still believe that we remain an incredibly affordable cemetery for our community members and those with strong ties to Austining. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay. We're now on page 15 with Resolution U, Records Management Officer. Resolve that pursuant to Section 57-.19 of the Local Government Records Law, the Town Board hereby appoints Mary Ann Roberts, Town Clerk, and Victoria Caffarelli, Interim Town Clerk, Records Management Officers of the Town of Austining.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
We're very grateful to Victoria Caffarelli for stepping up into this role and helping out, and until such time as our town clerk, Marian Roberts, is able to join us in her post, we feel that we were excellent. Served very, very well by Victoria Caffarelli, so thank you for that.
Thank you.
And all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Opposed?
Appointment of marriage officers. Resolve that the town board hereby appoints Mary Ann Roberts and Dana Levenberg as marriage officers for the town of Austining for 2019.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay. Finance investment policy. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Austining hereby adopts the investment policy as set forth below.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Despite the fact that we have not made any changes to these 4 policies since the last reorganization meeting, we are obligated to review and readopt them annually. If anyone on the board has any concerns, or if state or national standards should change, we can always take a look at these policies mid-year and make any necessary additions, subtractions, or alterations once reviewed by the town comptroller. However, as it stands for this and the next 3 resolutions, we have no changes to make at this time. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, finance debt management policy. Resolve that the Town Board of the Town of Austining hereby adopts the debt management policy as follows. The comptroller will monitor the debt portfolio annually for refinancing opportunities through services of a financial advisor. This can be done in connection to the continuing disclosure process. The minimum criteria for bond refunding are as follows. Refunding should produce savings equal to 3% of bonds to be refinanced. Savings after insurance premium should be 2.5 times underwriter's discount and other costs of issuance.
Do I have a motion? Grateful to our town comptroller for helping us out with this and monitoring our debt portfolio annually. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay. Finance procurement policy. Whereas Section 104-B of the General Municipal Law requires the governing body of every municipality to adopt a procurement policy for all goods and services which are not required by law to be publicly bid, and whereas comments have been solicited from all officers of the Town of Austining involved in the procurement process, now therefore be it resolved that the Town of Austining does hereby adopt the following procurement process as set forth below, which is intended to apply to all goods and services which are not required by law to be publicly bid.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay. We're on page 23 with Resolution Z. Reimbursement of town employee business expenses. Whereas from time to time, employees incur certain expense in connection with performing their duties, attending training, seminars, and/or conferences. And whereas the Town of Austining has established guidelines which an employee may be legally reimbursed for expenses, now therefore be it resolved that the Town of Austining does hereby adopt the reimbursement of town employee business expense policy as set forth below.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay. Now we're on page 25 with Resolution AA.
Just a reminder, I said it before, we have made no changes to those things. So just a reminder as we continue to go forward. Go ahead.
Okay. Agreement, New York State Municipal Workers' Compensation Alliance. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Austining hereby continues its membership with the New York State Workers' Compensation Alliance for fiscal year 2019 to administer workers' compensation claims at a cost not to exceed $137,114, not including the New York State assessment fees.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
We're grateful to Jim Duffy, who is our insurance broker at Eifert, French, and Ketchum. I was going to say Ketchum, and then I last minute balked. Eifert, French, and Ketchum for his help negotiating beneficial compensation claims cost for us. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Insurance renewal, New York State Municipal Insurance Reciprocal. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Austining hereby continues its insurance policies and coverage with the New York State Municipal Insurance Reciprocal, NYMER, effective January 1st, 2019 through December 31st, 2019, at an amount not to exceed $126,956.99.
Do I have a motion? And I forgot to mention that for the New York State Municipal Workers' Comp Alliance, that we had a very modest increase to our rate, which was based mostly on market forces and not, thank goodness, on our safety record. I want to thank our department heads and staff for putting safety first in their day-to-day work and for implementing the lessons they learned during the many, many trainings we schedule on an annual basis. And I'd also especially like to thank our Human Resources Director, Madeline Zahach, for scheduling all those trainings, which are very, very difficult to do, and managing and making sure that everybody is as safe as they can be when working on the job. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Okay. Now, do we need a motion to go into the regular meeting, or just keep going? Okay. Approval of minutes, special meeting, resolve that the Town Board of the Town of Austining hereby approves the December 18th, 2018 minutes of the regular meeting as presented.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
Nobody was missing? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay. Approval of minutes, regular meeting. Resolve that the Town Board of the Town of Austining, well, special meeting, actually. Resolve that, was it a regular meeting or a special?
No, regular. Regular
It
meeting.
was a regular meeting.
At a special time.
Okay, just want to double check before we can go through that. Resolve that the Town Board of the Town of Austining hereby approve the December 24th, 2018 minutes of the regular meeting as presented.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I know everybody was at that one. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Approval of voucher detail report. Resolve that the Town Board of the Town of Austining hereby approves the voucher detail report dated January 8th, 2019, in the amount of $30,315.39 for 2018 and $41,929.75 for 2019, for a total of $72,245.14.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
It's nice to see a smaller voucher detail coming upon the heels of that much larger one that we approved last time. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay. Call a cab contracts 2019. Resolve that the Town Board of the Town of Austining hereby authorizes the supervisor to sign an agreement with Equa Taxi and Limo at 73 Croton Avenue in Austining, New Mega Taxi at 184 Spring Street in Austining, and Mommy's Taxi at 29 Campwoods Grounds in Austining, ending December 31st, 2019, with all coupons to be reimbursed at the rate of $4.75 each.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank the clerk's office and the Austin Police Department for their help in all the work that they do to vet all of our many taxi companies. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Okay, contract CAI Technologies, Tax Mapping and GIS Internet Services 2018. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Austining hereby authorizes the supervisor to sign a contract between the Town of Austining and CAI Technologies of Littleton, New Hampshire, to provide tax map maintenance services for 2019 in the amount of $8,200, and be it further resolved that the supervisor is also authorized to sign an additional contract with CAI for GIS Internet Services maintenance for the 2019 year at a rate not to exceed $2,400.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Again, coming from the assessor's office, and we're grateful for the work that they do to get contracts in place in time for us to adopt them. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Contract Tyler Technologies 2019. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Austining hereby authorizes the supervisor to sign the additional services addendum contract with Tyler Technologies, Moraine, Ohio, to extend their services to the town through December 31st, 2019, at a price not to exceed $30,000, subject to approval by council to the town as to form.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, contract All Makes Pump and Motor Repair, Inc., 2019. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Austining hereby accepts the quote for monthly maintenance of the town's 11 sewer lift stations with All Makes Pump and Motor Repair, Inc. of Yorktown, New York, for a cost of $2,500 per month for the year 2018.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
We hope that they continue to do a very good job maintaining our pumps. We're also going to, some new pumps on the shelf soon, and when we do, we're going to feel even more confident. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Okay, monthly reports. Town Board of the Town of resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Austining hereby accepts the following monthly reports for December 2018. Dale Cemetery, Supervisor's Office, Town Clerk's Office, Town Building Department, GE Helicopter Report, and Tax Office.
Do I have a motion? And just a reminder, when you see all of these reports, how much work all of the offices do on behalf of all of those who live in our town. Thank you very much for all that work that took place at the end of our year and for all the work that you did throughout 2018. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Okay.
Visitor recognition on any subject whatsoever. Hearing none, seeing none. Can I have a motion to adjourn into executive session for advice of counsel and personnel?
So moved.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. That doesn't count as a no. He's not opposed. That's a yes. Okay. In that case, thank you so much for a very efficient reorganization meeting. We're very grateful to Council Tom Madonna for that, for her help getting through this meeting. And also, we look forward to seeing everybody at our work session on January 15th at 16 Croton Avenue. No. Community Center. Sorry, at the art room in the community center, which is on the upper level. We will see you all there. Thank you. Have a great night and a great week.